Great drive by the Argonauts. Finishes off here.
See, it was touched by Michael O'Shea, and then Gerald Vaughn was all over it, and Andre Kerwan still come up with the big catch. It's a pretty big play. It capped off a tremendous drive by the Toronto Argonauts.
Yeah, Michael Jenkins, a big part of it. He had 49 yards on this drive, but Andre Kerwan has the touchdown. 10 plays to cover 78 yards.
And you know, it's what's the saying? Better to be lucky than good, or good to be lucky, or something like that. That ball was touched by 2 Hamilton Tiger Cats on a play that looked like a mistake because Kerwan and Daryl Mitchell were in the same place.
Coming down out of bounds on the far side, Archie Amerson was the closest Tiger Cat to it. For the Tiger Cats, Todd Bankhead engineered a touchdown.
Toronto, number 1, first down Hamilton.
And the illegal kickoff will give the Tiger Cats pretty good field position out at the 45 because they kicked it out of bounds.
With the rule change now, it's a huge penalty if you kick it out of bounds. They penalize you.
Basically, they give you instant field position now.
They put the ball on the 45-yard line. I mean, that's...
So the Ticats begin at the 45, trailing 28-8. Little pump fake by Bankhead. Looking into tight coverage, and it's picked off by Adrian Smith. His 3rd interception of the season. A little underthrown, and Smith was there in position to wait for it.
Well, again, you know, at the half, Ron Lancaster said, you know, he's not playing a great game, but it's not all his fault. This time he gets protection, pump fake, but you're going to see tremendous coverage. I mean, where's Todd Bankhead supposed to throw the football? I mean, Adrian Smith is right there on Corey Grant. He can't get in behind him. And down at the bottom of your screen, there was another receiver there. I believe it was Flutie that was completely covered as well. He didn't have a target downfield uncovered. You know, and it's a team game, and especially when you got inexperience in one position, the other guy's got to pick it up. But they're kind of leaving Todd Bankhead out to dry right now.
Ticats are getting up there in total turnovers with 4 now. They had a couple more last week than that. Ticats were waiting. That's Joe Montford.
That's what happens when you run to his side. This is what happens when you decide, well, let's take a shot at Joe Montford's side. And this is what'll happen. You go, okay, let's run. We haven't run to Joe Montford's side for a while. Let's try one. Steps up, takes on the block, throws it away. Tony Burse isn't around.
Bad idea.
Oh, my goodness.
How many guys did Montford get rid of there?
Well, Jude St. John went for a ride. Tony Burse kind of gave him a ticket as he went by. And
interesting thing at Montford, when you look at the official weigh-in, he's only 226 pounds. Which is pretty amazing for playing at rush end position. Tyrone Brown made the catch and will be well short of the first down on 2nd and 12. Nicholas Harper forced him out. So the Ticat defense gets it right back after the interception.
And you know that Ticat defense has got to be getting tired right about now. I mean, that's a big stop after the interception, but they have got to be feeling the effects of 2 and out, sometimes 1 and out by that Hamilton offense.
Looks like Don Southern has new earmuffs for underneath that headset, doesn't it?
I'll get yellow ones though. The orange isn't working for me.
Huge kick by Prefontaine. Amerson had trouble with it. And ran right smack dab into the first Argo upfield. Ticats will have a first down when we return. Morielli has the touchdown. Lancaster has heartburn because Kerwan has another Argonaut touchdown and there's Tiger Cats tonight. Lots of time to go.
Wonder if any one of them can throw the football. No, I guess not.
Well, there have been a few quarterback jokes around town in the last little while after last week when it wasn't all Bankhead's fault. Billy Dickens started, and the Ticats were in a deep hole in the opening quarter. Bankhead is at the controls tonight. Good move by Corey Grant. After making the catch, he's out to midfield, and that'll be a Tiger Cat first down and an 18-yard gain.
Well, the difference between this week and last week and what Ron Lancaster was hoping would help is that they declared Todd Bankhead the starting quarterback at the beginning of the week and let him take all the starting reps. And although he did get off to a shaky start, he's starting to settle in a little bit. Has had a couple of good throws in this second half.
Yeah, and he's driven for a touchdown to Mike Morielli. 7 of 17, 94 yards. One interception, very costly. On first down, Morielli sneaks out. And he'll have another Hamilton first down near the 40.
And now he's getting Ron Lancaster Jr., the offensive coordinator's help, because the plays they're designing now for Todd Bankhead are simplifying the offense, getting him to move the pocket a little bit, throw on the run, and he's had some open receivers. So again, it's not always just the quarterback's fault. You got to get help from your coordinator. You got to get protection up front, and a receiver's got to get open. And that hasn't happened consistently tonight.
18 yards there. Ticats just inside the Argonaut 40. Time again for Bankhead to move to his right. Can't find anyone open. Tipped away at the last possible second by Wayne Shaw. Andrew Grigg was the target.
Well, you hit it right on the head, though. You can't get anyone open. You got to give credit to that Argo secondary, because Bankhead had lots of time initially. He had lots of time when he rolled out, and he just couldn't find anybody open. Tried to force one in there to Andrew Grigg, and really, Grigg was covered on the play. So
Argonauts lead by 20. Second and 10. Bankhead is wrapped up and tossed to the turf by Fred Perry.
you know what? The Argos got there with a four-man rush, and they were basically four-man against 6 for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, because Hamilton kept Ron Williams. See, there's Ron Williams. He's going to stay in and block. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to drop. Watch this. Four-man rush, little stunt in the middle, and with the four-man rush, the 6 Hamilton blockers can't get the job done, and Ron Williams really is struggling blocking right now.
Osbaldiston will try a 51-yard field goal. He's way wide. Mitchell decides to take it out. And that fools a couple of Tiger Cats as Mitchell is driven into the Hamilton bench. Ozzie missed a 51-yarder, and it's still Toronto by 20. Make it to Sports Desk tonight if Dutchie is picking the highlights. What do you think?
Dutchie's not an Argos fan? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just thought it was a good picture. Next edition, 11 o'clock tonight.
Well, he's from Porcupine Plain, Saskatchewan, so he's got to be a bit of a Rider fan, I would think.
I guess, yeah.
Speaking of the Riders, they play the BC Lions in a huge game.
Yeah, well, those are all going to be huge. Should say that's a first down for the Argonauts one more time. Yeah, that's going to be a dogfight out west.
Yeah, that's
for the final playoff spot
in Taylor Field, and CBC will have that game
BC
Saturday.
and Saskatchewan have 2 meetings left, 2 points separating them in the battle for third. Kerwin Bell,
watch out!
He got it through.
Oh, Nicholas Harper was inches away from 6 points. He took a gamble. They've been trying to work on him, and this time he was waiting for his chance to jump one of these outs. He finally does it, and he just missed the football.
Tyrone Brown.
Oh,
huge play for the Argos.
So close, but if you gamble, you got to get your hands on it. He cuts underneath that ball. Tyrone Brown hangs on and gets the yardage after the fact. Seen a little bit of rolling the dice here from both teams. Mike Clemens a couple of times. Nicholas Harper takes a chance.
24 yards to gain. Argonauts are at the Ticat 51. Here's Michael Jenkins. Escaped again. This guy's having a nice night running the football. Jenkins is short of the first down, as you can see, but he should have been an awful lot shorter.
Well, you know, there's yak yards. There's yards after catch. There's also yards after first contact. And I think if you were to keep that stat right now with Michael Jenkins, it would be a lot of yards, a lot of his yards here tonight, because the guy is just not going down with the first tackler.
No, he should have been stopped really after about a 2-yard gain. That's his 17th carry, and he's 13 away from 100. Last play of the third quarter coming up. Argonauts looking at 2nd and 2. And Jenkins won't get it there. Submarine by O'Shea, number 59. And that's the final play of the third quarter. Looks like the Argos are about a yard shy. Fourth quarter is dead ahead from Ivor Wynn in Hamilton.
Adidas Friday Night Football on TSN at the quarter. Brought to you by New Arctic Ice, the invigorating new fragrance of the Gillette series. It's beyond refreshing.
James Duffy and the boys back with you, and it's one thing to beat the Hamilton Tiger Cats at Skydome when you have 4 defensive touchdowns. It's quite another to do it right in Ivor Wynn when you're running the ball absolutely down their throats.
And you know what? In some ways, the Toronto Argonauts are going to win this game because of what happened in the third quarter. I mean, you put together a 10-play drive for 78 yards, and you take 6 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock. It's not a single play. It's a series of successful plays, and it was all the running game. That means your people up front and your fullback are dominating their defensive front 7. And I bet you tomorrow, of all the things that Hamilton will be disappointed in, you can talk about all the quarterbacks, all the receivers, and all those little periphery things. I think it's that series, that one running-dominated series, that means everything to this game.
Chris, and it's when they did it. They responded immediately to Hamilton's coming out and scoring a quick touchdown. They responded with that long drive, and I think that's very important for this Toronto team, trying to establish themselves, fighting for their lives in a playoff spot, going out there and asserting themselves after Hamilton scored.
Matt, a few weeks ago, Don Matthews advised his good friend Jim Popp not to trade Dwayne Morgan to the Toronto Argonauts. His Eskimos had just lost to those Argos 34-21, and he had seen the beginning of this turnaround. Jim Popp didn't listen, and I tell you what, this offensive line really is very impressive. Like you said, Chris, they're controlling the line of scrimmage, and as it gets colder, the ability to run the football is very, very important.
And those words from Don Matthews, just another sign of the respect that the Argos are starting to get around the league, and well-deserved. On the verge of back-to-back victories, though it's not done just yet. We're back at you Sunday afternoon. Installment number 4 this season of the Battle of Alberta. Stamps looking to lock up first place in the West. They can do it with a win over the Eskimos. 5 p.m. Eastern, Sunday.
Well, the Tiger Cats won the Labor Day Classic here at Ivor Wynn, and we're growing close to Halloween here, so that might be a popular costume around Tiger Town.
I think that little girl was happier on Labor Day. That's where she got the T-shirt. Happier than she is tonight when she's watching her Ticats.
Yeah, they're not having as good a night. You got the memo about the shirt, I see. So
yeah, we shop at the same store, I see.
Rather sharp tonight. Listen, this has been a terrific show for the Toronto Argonauts thus far. When you look back to the problems they had last week generating any offense at all.
Well, now they all of a sudden have a running game. Michael Jenkins running the ball very effectively in the second half especially, and seem to get on track throwing the football.
Now the Argonauts looking at 3rd down and a half a yard to go, and that will be another Toronto first down.
And you know, Kerwin Bell pretty much simplified it yesterday when I chatted with him. He was saying that it's really simple. We have to be able to block their front 4 with our 5 guys. We can't always be bringing in backs, and we've got to be able to handle them. They couldn't do that last week. This week and tonight, they've done a good job doing that.
Interesting numbers. The Argonauts closing in on 300. The Ticats barely close to 100 and a half.
That's bad.
And the first downs.
If I'm on defense, I have a word or two for Todd Bankhead at the end of the game. We need more first downs than that, man.
Jenkins closing in on 100. Stopped by Mike O'Shea again. Good production on first down with the Argonaut running game tonight.
Early in the year, I mentioned it at the beginning of the game, Michael Jenkins and Ryan Terry split time in the backfield, and Ryan Terry out, Michael Jenkins getting the ball all game tonight and really establishing himself close to 100 yards.
Well, another 8 yards there, so that puts the Argonauts at 2nd and 2. He's 4 yards away from 100. Tony Burse. And it looks like he must have the first down.
That's just to keep Tony Burse happy. You know, you got that big fullback, and in the game plan, he gets the game plan when he walks in at the beginning of the week, and he looks up his number, and on the right beside his number, it says block. Joe Mumford. And then it says block, 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 and he goes, oh, great, that's going to be my night. Me and Joe Mumford head-to-head. So you give him the ball once or twice just to say, there you go. I just, you know, we don't want to make you all just unhappy and grumpy the whole way.
Well, it takes a couple of guys to handle Joe Mumford, and Burse has kept him out of Kerwin Bell's face for the most part tonight.
Well, there was a time that a lot of people in the league felt that he was the only fullback that was able to block Mumford.
And that is James Jenkins, wrapped up by Gonzalo Floyd. Floyd just back in the lineup last week after missing a couple of weeks.
Yeah, Gonzalo Floyd will rotate into the lineup and has throughout the night with Jeff Cummins and Mark Word. He is the designated import for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, which means he can only come in for an import.
A loss of 1. This is 2nd and 11 facing the Argonauts now. We're nicely into the 4th quarter. Kerwin Bell. As flags go down, the catch is made and wrapped up immediately by Sean Woodson. Eddie Brown.
Well, it's going to be a holding call, I believe, against the Argos. So it'll be interesting to see what Ron Lancaster does. If he declines the penalty, it's 3rd and about 11. But they're in field goal range for sure.
Holding, Toronto, number 62. 2nd down repeated.
If he takes the penalty, pushes him back, which is what I believe he's going to do. Yeah, it pushes them into a longer field goal attempt should they stop him, but it also gives them one more down. The 2nd down obviously is repeated, but
2nd and a whole bunch, though. 2nd and 20.
Ron Lancaster will force him back and see if his defense can't come up with a big play. You start to get the feeling that the Ticats have to score on defense to win this game or get back in it anyway.
I think they need a couple of big plays from the defense without question. Maybe something on special teams. 2nd down, 21 to go.
I believe Kerwin Bell was looking at the time clock. Now he's going to try and change the play and call a different play on the line of scrimmage.
He's got to hurry. He'll get it away. Tony Burse gets about 5 back. Mike Philbrick wrapped him up. So an interesting situation here for the Argonauts. Are they in range for Jacob Marini? Noel Prefontaine tried one earlier. Prefontaine's longest is 49 so far this year.
Well, it's Marini out there with the tee. 42-yard attempt for Jacob Marini.
Just a slight breeze at his back.
Remember, Jimmy Kemp, the holder, is also the backup quarterback.
But this is 3rd and too many to gamble on. 3rd and 15. He's got it. 3 more for the Toronto total. It's now 31-8. The Argonauts lead the way on Adidas. Tiger Cats' next home game is Sunday against the Calgary Stampeders. Look, our little friend's been to the ladies' room and had her Tiger Cat stripes freshened up just a little bit there. And for the Argos, next game is Saturday, October 21 against the Eskimos. Those are the numbers to call for tickets. And she's a sweetheart, isn't she?
Well, there's a future cheerleader if I've ever seen one. Got the pom-pom
She's got the wave down. There's no question about that. Ticats trying to get back in this one. Todd Bankhead had to hurry the throw, and he's on the money. Amerson has it out near midfield.
It's been a weird night.
Yeah, it's Friday the 13th.
Full moon. The weirdos are out. Some strange people. And they're, well, that's a retired free safety, couple years out of the game.
Played 11 years in the league at free safety. Been retired for 2 years now.
I feel the bad moon rising right now.
Bankhead just got it away, and Flutie has it wrapped up by Houston.
Well, you know, that last play, Todd Bankhead throws it in there to Archie Amerson. Remember him? Only the big play guy for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, who has been invisible in this game. And I know Archie Amerson was a little upset with me because I was talking in a BC game about him being shut down by Jerome Bolden of Winnipeg. Didn't like that word, shut down.
Well, it was true, wasn't it? Bankhead is wrapped up.
He doesn't feel like anyone can shut him down, but it was true on that day.
Tyrone Rogers got through. He's the ex-Blue Bomber, and that's his second sack this season.
And Archie Amerson's been quiet tonight, but it's not been because he hasn't been open. It's because Todd Bankhead has really had his problems. Tyrone Rogers, right, direct rush up the middle, little swim move on Carl Coulter, and then Todd Bankhead goes down.
Third sack by the Argonauts.
Third sacks, bunch of turnovers. Adds up to a big lead.
31-8 as it stands right now. Ticats set to kick it away again. A wobbler and short. One hop. Tyrone Brown reverses. And it didn't fool anyone. Wrapped up by Jarrett Smith. 1 yard on the return. The Argos on a nice roll at Ivor Wynne. Adidas Friday Night Football from Ivor Wynne in Hamilton. There are Tiger Cats.
Well, they
every stripe all around this ball yard tonight.
Haven't had a lot to cheer about, but hey, it's past their bedtime and they're out at the ballpark. That's why they're happy.
It's Friday night. They get to stay up a little later.
Sure.
Tough night to be a Tiger Cat fan again. Argos have another first down beginning at the 24. And the Argos lead it 31-8. James Jenkins is in for Michael Jenkins.
Well, when you look at this Hamilton team, though, you can go back from this game and you can say, well, yeah, it'll be easy to blame Todd Bankhead and say he didn't get the job done. But I'll tell you what, this is a defense that gave up a ton of rushing yards to Michael Jenkins, gave up some big plays there. They did not protect well offensively on the offensive line, and they really didn't have any running game offensively at all. So this is a team loss. Should it end up that way for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and it looks like it will.
Yeah, here's the difference for the Argos. Last week, 117 yards total through 4 quarters passing. Tonight, 195 through 3. Jenkins couldn't hang on. That's James Jenkins.